Now, if you guys remember, this flywheel is not actually from this machine. It's from a different machine. And I see some issues here. We got a bolt here that's seemingly stuck in there. We got one over here that appears to be snapped off. I don't know if these two are snapped off or if the holes are just full of crap. So let me get like a little nail or something that we could stick in there and probe around with. And I have one here. Yeah, here's one right here. Just happen to have one right here. Let's see. Yeah, this is full of dirt, so that's cool. That one's dirt. Yeah, that's a snapped off bolt, and that's a effed up bolt. So I think we're going to have to resort to our torch here and heat these up and see if we can get them out before we can assemble this thing onto the machine. So let's do that next. Ooh, that sucker's hot, huh? Look at that. Well, it turns out that it's the stock Phillips screw that always gives you a hard time with these things. So let's see if that little bit of juice there gave it enough that we can get it out. Yep. Oh yeah. No issue. No issue at all. Now the other screw is going to be a little more challenging because it's kind of snapped off flush, so may have to weld a nut on it or something, I think, before we can get it out. But this one is no problem. There we go. That was easy. Yeah, I think this other one I might try to cut a slot in it, maybe with my cut-off wheel, my Dremel tool. Maybe I can just make a little slot in there, and then maybe we can get a flat blade screwdriver in there and heat it up and get it out with that. That might be a safer way of doing this than trying to weld a nut on there. So we'll be back in a minute. Alright, I don't know if this is going to work, but it's worth the shot. It's sticking up a hair, so I'm just going to try to put a little nub in there. I don't think it's going to work. There's like no meat hanging out in this thing. So I think that maybe welding a nut might be what I'm going to end up doing here. It's a tough call. I'm going to give it a little bit of heat for a minute and see if we can maybe do something with it. I'm not sure, you know. Let's give it a shot here. These things aren't like big time stuck in there. They're usually just surface rust. They're usually not like bottomed out in the hole or anything. Usually I heat them up with my MAP gas torch and it's enough to free them up, but you know, I figure that there's just a bare tiny little nub sticking out of this thing that maybe, just maybe, we can oh, that was a sooty torch job. Maybe, just maybe, we can get lucky and hook it with the vice grips or something here. I don't know. I'm going to get a little flat blade. Be right back. Yeah, there wasn't enough meat for me to get my little hole in there very well. It's working. It just moved. So much damn soot on it, I can't see a thing. Oh, here's a little brush. Perfect. It did move. Did get one little bit out of it. We have potential here. Where's that Dremel? Let's see if that's enough. Yep. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Got lucky, boys. Woohoo! Yay! I can't believe it. Okay, so we got the flywheel all fixed up here, and we're going to put it on the motor. I already took the air compressor and blew out all the magnets and all the dirt and all the junk out of there. And yeah, we should be good to put it on, so let's see if we can't do that. So the first thing you gotta do is get your flywheel key and get that in the slot here. So where is it? You just have to give it a little tap with a hammer to get it in all the way. Yeah, I'll just give it a little tap tap and that will go in. Then we got a nut and a washer to go on there, and then we can put our starter on and keep building off of there. Alright, so we got the starter here, which will go on right over here on the side. It should be a piece of cake. And I had bought this starter brand new. It's a aftermarket deal when I had rebuilt this engine the first time about 2+ years ago. But it works really good. And this flywheel here came off a Cub Cadet Kohler, but they're all the same, so there's no issues there. And yeah, it will engage perfectly. And we're going to go over to the other side of the motor and put the a fuel pump on here. And let's see, I'm trying to get all the holes plugged up here before the snow comes tomorrow. So we'll just put that in. That's a simple thing. And this was also an aftermarket fuel pump. Ugh, being a jerk. I need to get a wrench, I think. So yeah, we'll get this on there. We got a couple wires to hook up. Still got the carb and the governor and the exhaust, but we'll do the fuel pump first. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Cool.